I'm glad to have my two good buddies with me right here, David Daggett and Griff Shuler from Daggett, Shuler Attorneys at Law. Thanks for being here, guys.
Thanks, Jim. Good to see you.
Let's talk about something serious, which is school bus safety. It's that time of year. David, I'm going to start with you. And we have a couple big charts we're going to hold up. We also have some digital images we can go to, so let's see if we can make some sense of this. A lot of kids, not everybody, but most of them will be standing out near the road waiting for a school bus every morning. What should parents teach their kids about being safe at the bus stop?
Well, we all see them. You want your young people, our young students, to be trained to be on the sidewalk or on the grass next to the street, out of the road. And for the most part, our young people are pretty good at doing that. They got to be warned of distractions. When I was younger, I'd get distracted by anything that goes by. Warned of distractions. I'll tell you, recent news, school buses now have webcams on them. And what you see drivers doing ought to shock any parent, so that they have that conversation with their student.
Right. And Griff, sort of the flip side of that, what should motorists know very quickly about coming up to a bus stop?
Well, David mentioned distractions, and distractions as they apply to the student. Distractions for the drivers, cut down on distractions, and be patient. And if you see a school bus, slow down. If you see a school bus, there's a good chance it's going to stop.
Right.
So keep that in mind as you're driving. Anticipate and pay attention.
Now, let's see some of those charts here, but I don't want to ask you a question. David,
I was going to say, that's why school buses are big and yellow. You're supposed to pay attention.
It talks about 2 lanes and 1 lane. Give me some tips on what the motorist should know.
Yeah, so here is the basic rule when there's a school bus, is when it stops and puts its flashers on, you stop. Where people tend to get a little bit confused is when you have a center turn lane.
Right.
Or when you have a 4-lane road.
And I'm way over on the other side. I see the school bus way over there, but
stop.
You still stop.
You still stop. Center turn lane, stop, and a 4-lane road stop. Now the difference is, and thanks, Griff, is on number 4, the top photo there, is you have a concrete barrier. So, I don't know, Silas Creek Parkway has a concrete barrier,
right.
Or a median in between.
Okay.
The other side doesn't have to stop. And then number 5, I think this is the most confusing one of the bunch. Maybe the most dangerous situation is when you have 4 lanes with a center turn lane, the oncoming traffic does not have to stop. So, we need to teach our kids when you're on a 5-lane road, basically, the other side is not stopping. So
you're saying if there's a concrete barrier or something that's where it gets confusing.
That's number 4.
Right.
And I think Jim, the one that David's exactly right. The confusing thing is the difference between this number 5 and then what we have up here is number 2. If it's a 2-lane road with a center turn lane, if it's a 2-lane road with a center turn lane, then everybody, all directions, has to stop.
Okay.
If it's a 4-lane highway with a center turning lane, then the opposite side does not have to stop.
I tell you, this is good information, guys. I'm glad you brought that, and I want people to really listen to that to keep their kids safe, especially now they're going back to school and they're running around. And also, I want to put up on screen before I forget the DaggettShulerLaw.com website in case you should ever need help from these guys. 724-1234. Guys, thanks for giving us this information and tips.
Hey, the last word: when you see a kid at a bus stop, roll down the window and give them a kind word to start the day.
That's good.
And happy 900th.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm 900 years old. We'll be right back after this.